This is Andre Taylor, and today I want to share a few thoughts about sabotage. I find marketers and sellers of high end products or services can easily sabotage their efforts by being too much in their head and their emotions and projecting false ideas onto the sales and business building process. Most entrepreneurs are too much in their head with negatives about what isn't happening or how hard it is, or looking down on prospects and clients because they're disappointed that they're not finding bigger fish. Over time, you can develop a silent narrative that prevents you from seeing and acting on what you should be doing and will sabotage all of your actions. I learned this early on in business working in retail. You'd see someone come in and you'd make assumptions based on their attire, their demeanor, maybe their way of communicating, and even their sex or race, or whatever you're observing. The problem is you cannot always tell what's in the person's mind, what they desire, what they're committed to, and certainly what's in their wallet from what's in your head. You need more than that. Just think about this for a moment. Suppose 95% of the people you encounter are wrong for your product or service. They're not serious. They won't commit. Maybe they can't afford it. If you let the 95% condition you, you will misinterpret the 5%. And if you sell a high-end product, that 5% could mean you turn away a major purchase. I worked with a fellow when we worked on Wall Street together, and he said when this big deal came in that he was expecting, he was going to buy something really nice. He was a salesperson along with me, and we sold these high-end information systems to banks. Anyway, he said, when I get this deal, I'm going to go in and buy this $60,000 Mercedes. This was before leasing, by the way. But he had been looking at this car for about 2 years. He had visited a few showrooms. He was imagining himself owning it. And he knew that he would be able to, at some point, make this purchase. And he'd be able to do so without interfering with any of his other financial commitments. In fact, he had this photo of the car hanging in his office where he worked. Well, he got the deal that he expected. And one of the first places he went when he received that commission in his bank account was the Mercedes dealership. He walked in, and there was a group of salespeople who were gathering, talking. One came over, and my friend decided to play a little game to see what this sales guy knew about the car. So he started to ask questions, and question after question. And he got in and out of the car. He took a test drive. He walked around it. He just kept studying the car. I think the salesperson, in observing this, lost interest or maybe concluded that this was not a serious buyer. And he, at some point, disappeared, and my friend couldn't even find him. Well, my friend was in the corner doing some calculations, and I guess some financial calculators, and he decided, okay, this is a good number. And he thought to himself, okay, let's do this. And he came back over to where the salesperson was, and of course, he wasn't there. So he wandered around the sales floor at that point, finally going into the manager's office. And he said, pointing at the car, I want that car. The manager said, well, let's see if we can get you financed. And my friend said, I didn't ask you about financing. See, in the salesperson's mind, and even in the sales manager's mind, my friend was not a sales candidate, or there was a standard process that they went through, but it was not right for this situation. They were conditioned by negative expectations, probably low-level expectations, rather than applying good sales strategy and technique. And they were just conditioned by what they had assumed. Now, there are a lot of people like this in business, and particularly when it comes to high-end products and services. So I'm asking you, are you conditioned by what you have dealt with? Are you conditioned by difficulty, by long sales cycles, by not having the right people or getting smaller deals than you would like? Are you conditioned rather than professionally addressing what's in front of you? Professionally addressing what's in front of you is what will lead to higher sales, a better performing business, and a luxury enterprise, a luxury brand that's really performing. Learn how to market, learn how to sell, and learn how to build your business in luxury. Use the link below to learn more. This is Andre Taylor.